Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. And as always, we have our three piles here with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book that in the description box also. That being said, I will leave you with your selection and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey Group 1, welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the beautiful Jade Goddess, then this one is for you. It's a beautiful figure. So the jade, as we know, is a very, very loved stone, a stone symbolizing many things to many different people and cultures. So maybe you have your own personal message from jade, or even the name may be significant for you. But it is a stone of wealth and prosperity. It's a beautiful stone of healing and harmony as well. So, you know, we do have this beautiful figure, very, very healthy looking figure here. So maybe your focus is on your figure or on your health. Those things could be important to you at this time, this week maybe. And green being the heart chakra. Don't know why I said throat. So I don't know, maybe you're trying to soften what you have to say. Maybe there's something to do with your heart and your throat chakra right now. So group 1, I was going to say group 3 this time. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, some of the energies I can see here is Leo, Gemini, Sagittarius, Taurus is here, and I guess I could say Scorpio and Aquarius as well. Yes, yeah, those are the main energies. Yeah, Saggy up there too. Doesn't matter too much if that's part of your chart activated, someone you might be dealing with, or yourself. But let's jump into the past energy as we always do for group 1. I don't know what I'm doing. Not group 3, not group 2, group 1. Gosh. So we're starting in the past energy. We have got the 4 of Swords, the 3 of Swords. We have the 4 of Wands. And we have the 7 of Pentacles in the past energy. So what have we got here? We've got a lot of thinking, a lot of contemplating. 4 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Well, a lot of the time we see the 4 of Swords as somebody who's laying on their truth or sitting with their reflections while they contemplate these 3 swords above. So you may be laying there at night thinking about some of the hurts that have gone on recently, or just maybe even over your life in general. This could be bigger picture thinking, or it could be something more recent events, but you're definitely reflecting on some heartaches and pains, but you're also reflecting on what it is you want to create and focusing on bringing good energy in as well. That might be something that you're guided to do or you're currently working on doing. The 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands shows investment around the home space. So you might be just sort of clearing out the energy, changing things up for yourself, trying to maybe even change up your routines a little bit in your home space, like your morning routine, or just the way you go about getting things done, because you're wanting to bring more positivity, more success. There's something you're trying to achieve here. You can see that for sure. There's an indication of spending time with loved ones, or wanting to spend time with friends, or just reaching out a little bit more to friends, perhaps, yeah, or just people within your community. They may not be close friends, but people that you can talk to or ask questions or things like that. I do see you wanting to reach out a little bit more. But yeah, definitely indicating spending some good time at home. Seeing the music notes, so music at home, dancing at home, investing in your health, investing in yourself, investing in a bit of well-being. That might be what's important. Maybe you've just come out of something painful and you're just trying to heal a little bit. That could be the case. Definitely, you know, moving through your own obstacles and struggles, but I feel like you are, you know, trying your best to move things along in some sense. But there's also this energy of like feeling also maybe a little stagnant or stuck, or that you know, what you want is a way off yet. 7 of Pentacles is an investment card that can often feel like we're doing all this work and when's it going to pay off, that sort of thing, especially when the next card along is the 3 of Wands. So you can really see there that you know what you're investing in, you know what you need to invest in, And should you invest in those things, or perhaps a lot of you already are, you know they are going to pay off in the long run. That's the thing. You do know that. I think part of you at times might struggle with accepting where it is you land right in this moment, or what's yet to be done. Just the way things are at the moment might not be all how you'd like them to be, but I see you actively participating in a shift here. So 3 of Wands, waiting for something to come towards you. You might be waiting for communication from someone. We have the 8 of Wands next. So there is potential that you're waiting for communication. There's also potential that you are the one who reaches out first in this case. I do feel that for many. But for others of you, there will be communication coming your way. There's a lot of back and forth this week with the 8 of Wands. There's also movement in the direction forwards. So you can see here that while you are maybe not exactly where you want to be with something, you are definitely moving things forward and trying to think more positively about this. We've got the Sun next as well. Then we have the 6 of Swords. So you are putting a lot of momentum and energy into positive thinking, things that revolve around your own healing and growth, and letting go of burdens and stress, because the 6 of Swords is all about leaving behind the troubles and just finding a bit of equilibrium. I'm getting like a reset of the central nervous system. I'm really feeling like it's a time to just let yourself settle and let yourself recalibrate. Really, that's what I'm strongly getting here, that maybe your system's gone through a bit of a shock, or maybe you, there's something about the shock to the system I'm feeling. And it could be biological, like it could be an illness that's swept through your body. It could be, something more emotional or mental. But you are definitely finding a bit of ease, and getting out into the sunlight is going to be good for you. Definitely getting a bit of sunshine. Maybe if you're up in the northern hemisphere, you might be just enjoying the sun coming back out after your winter period, or maybe it's coming to spring for you guys, but you might be just sort of enjoying or getting ready for the change of season. But it is a beautiful positive energy, the sun. End of your week, you have got nice little bunch here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups with the 8 of Cups in the middle. And look at this, the rainbow on either side. And I feel like you're making a promise to yourself in this, with both of these rainbows on either side, a promise to commit to something that's is going to be good for you. And the 8 of Cups is walking away from things that don't work out, things that you've probably given a lot of your energy to, but you've had to abandon it or walk away for whatever reason. And it's in doing that you see a whole bunch of, what do I even want to say here? A bunch of what? Just such, it's a really, really rejuvenating energy for you. Like you're coming back into life, or you're feeling like there's some sort of, something is rejuvenating, like the water is being splashed over you to wash it all away and to really rejuvenate you. And the Ace of Pentacles is here as an offering of a new beginning of some kind, to start again with something, or to maybe even come back to something, or pick something back up that you once used to do, or you thought about doing, and it's like, no, I'm really going to give it a go this time. There's a bit of that vibe here as well. So I do feel like that anything new that you want to embrace right now is going to be very, very beneficial. All self-love practices are needed, as we can see with the whole reading basically. And starting with that 4 of Swords, you're needing, in the past, you've definitely had a little bit of time to reflect, maybe just meditating a little more, or resting, or just spending time in your own thoughts. But we do also have there are other conversations card from the Solitary Witch Oracle. And so this is about not filling those empty spaces with other noise and things. This is about being able to tune into your intuition, or tune into those other parts of yourself that come forth in the silence. There are other conversations to be had within yourself and with spirits. This is also a bit of a investigative type energy into some of the questions you might have about your psyche, perhaps, or about what's going on for you. I feel like it's a lot about your psyche, perhaps. Why don't we go to the book and see if there's something here for us to read. I normally do that at the end, but whatever, we'll just go where we're led. How is it, they say, that you so often have days when you barely speak to another soul? When they say this to her, she wonders at the value so many put on human speech, for she hears the small talk and the savage tongues of the town, and she keeps her silence and watches carefully. She is not afraid of anything except wasting her precious time and energy. She loves people who are good and kind, but there are too many who are fractured by their own desires to be important, to be known, to be heard above all others. They compare themselves again and again and never find their satisfaction or solace in the miracle of the natural world. For there are other kinds of conversations. She speaks with the animals, with the stars, and often with a special animal who seems to have the strongest connection with her, who tells her news, who sends her messages. She has wisdom, but she knows the value of words and their strength, and she will use hers well. So she speaks with the ones less often spoken to, and she learns much, understands more, and enters more deeply into relationship with the wild and magical world she dwells in. And there are, after all, other conversations. This card is about wisdom, heightened senses and listening, staying silent instead of filling up space with noise, communicating purposefully and with sincerity, understanding the language of the creatures of the air, the bird messengers and the night owls who speak of your soul's deep wisdom in a forgotten language, and the language of the soul. So there's a lot of, especially this Four of Swords, like a lot of deep inquiry, and we've got this light shining down on you, so you've definitely got a beautiful connection, and it's about perhaps just letting that connection in and to flood you and to really to give it space, give it room, be open. So in the challenge this week we have the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. Five of Pentacles can be a card of lack and poverty and illness. Next to the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, we can see here that perhaps this situation you find yourself in is, well, at first I felt like some people have sort of fallen off a bit of a mountain or something, like they've had off their perch and, you know, things were much better. Maybe this could be financially, and they're trying to get back to that place, trying to rebuild their finances, or maybe it's a state of being internally, like a state of value, gratitude, that type of thing, wanting to get back to being grateful for all that you have, and not so focused on what isn't working out. That might be the challenge, is coming back to that state of being satisfied with the way things are, knowing you're blessed, just naturally coming from that place instead of coming from a place of just naturally coming from a place of being maybe triggered or feeling that sense of lack, or the things, you know, that are not working here. Seven of Wands shows a card of liberation. So the challenge may be, liberating yourself back into this state of being is what I feel this is mostly about. For some of you, this is about being independent and on your own. That could be the challenge for you this week. You might feel like you are on your own in a certain topic or area, or something you believe in you might be fighting for and nobody else is standing by you, that sort of thing. You're having to really believe in yourself. That could be the case. You may have to really push against something here. You have got the card Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle, and I feel that with the Seven of Wands here. But it's also about tact and knowing how to overcome an obstacle, knowing when to go around an obstacle or when to push forward and push through it. With the Seven of Wands, it's kind of, I think you need to be the judge, and it might be varying from different person to person here, like as in maybe in one area you're needing to really push the point here, and then another area you might be needing to just let it go or go around a situation to get the best outcome for yourself and not waste any time or energy unnecessary unnecessary places and ways. But standing on your own 2 feet and or coming back to that place of feeling like you've I was about to say you've got it all going on. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe you had it all going on and something's happened and you want to get back to that feeling like, yeah, I'm good, that type of thing. Something you're trying to achieve. Some of you may be also recovering from a breakup situation as well, and just trying to find yourself again after that period, that becoming single again or that type of thing. What helps with this challenge is Temperance, the Lovers, and the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. For those that went through the single situation, have recently become single, then this is asking you to have patience. There will be a new beautiful love for you in the future. Nine of Cups, you're waiting for that to come in. having patience and perhaps not so much seeking it, but finding that inner alignment and drawing it towards you in that way. However, back to other messages here, it's still the same but different. We have the card Temperance, which, as we know, is about patience and balance. She's very grounded, but she's also got her foot in the water for emotion here. There's a beautiful light shining down on her, and so there's this knowing of guidance that's always there. It's a card of trust as well, I do feel. I think that's what's required when we are able to cultivate patience, especially in the face of challenge or impatience, pressure, things like that. To have that knowing and that faith and that trust is definitely a big helper when it comes to patience, because you just know that what's right for you will align to you in the right timing. Law of attraction might be something you're thinking about at this time. I keep coming back to that sense of alignment and the things that you want, so that might be something you're reflecting on a fair bit. But Nine of Cups, so what is this? So what helps with the challenge? Focus on what your wishes are. Focus on your wish fulfillment and commit to those things, because the Lovers is a choice of commitment. And yeah, so this is a time to be focusing on the positive, which is interesting because your next card along in your oracle was New Moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positive. And we've got the Sun in your reading, the Eight of Wands, sending all your energy, thoughts and conversations to a positive place, or from a positive place. Or it's just what I was seeing is like words being filtered through some sort of light before it reaches where it needs to go. So you might be filtering what you say to purify what you're saying. With the focus on the positive, you also have from another deck, the card from your quality time was the card Focus. So I thought when I pulled them up, whenever it was that I pulled them up, that I should do it together, because two different decks synchronistically messaging here to you to say it is a good time to focus on what's important, focus on the positive, right? You've got a new moon, so you've got a new beginning. You can do anything with this new beginning, so make it beautiful, make it positive. There's some sort of fresh start here for you. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, new moon. So focus. Don't be distracted or pulled away from your focus, because you've got something important that you want to cultivate, I feel here. Further guidance with the three major arcanas, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, and the Tower. This is definitely indicating that some things are out of your hands and you can't control the certain outcomes, but what you can control is your response to them, and this is asking you to no longer repeat old cycles or go back into cycles that are unhealthy for you, cycles that keep ending in destruction or pain, round and round with the same result, that type of thing. This is a time to outgrow and step out of these cycles or patterns, whatever they may be for you. From relationship down to addictions, this can be anything, but it is not healthy or stable, so it is leaving your life in a very clear and big way. The major arcanas clearly indicate that this is maybe a divine intervention or something that is just out of your control, and you're advised with the Tower to let things that are to crumble go, let them crumble, and embody this beautiful energy we're seeing in your week with the Six of Swords, where you are leaving something behind, traveling light, letting go of the attachment to that issue, and also releasing resentment around anything that happened there, if that's something you hold on to, or another feeling you may hold on to that you don't need that moving forward. It'll only stain the picture in front of you that you're trying to paint, that type of thing. You've got a fresh canvas to work on. You want to wash your brushes and everything before you start again. That could be literal for someone. So in the outcome, we have the Hierophant, the Five of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. So there could be some disagreements here when it comes to, I'm getting like particular government bodies for someone. You might be taking a certain complaint higher in an area here, because we've got the Hierophant, Five of Wands, and so some people that could be making a complaint, or there could be some sort of conflict here in an organization or within some sort of community structure, because this can be about religious groups, it can be about community organizations, it can be it's a card of tradition, it's a card of conforming to society or conforming to a group. But the Five of Wands is here, which is conflict. So there's some sort of conflict in an area in your life that is to do with potentially a group of people or an organization or some sort of structure here. It could also be that some of the teachings you've had, some of the things you've learned from your society or from your upbringing or from people that were there to shape and mold and teach you, you may be realizing that certain things you've learned don't work for you, and that could be part of this message here as well, that you're slowly, with the Knight of Pentacles, working towards releasing yourself from stuffy viewpoints or things that don't, just unlearning things and going a different path here. There's other messages, of course, about just in general having arguments. This could be arguments within a marriage situation, of course, or within the family. I didn't touch on that at all, did I? But yeah, you are, with the Knight of Pentacles, to me, especially after the Tower and everything as well, it's like you want to do things perfectly, or maybe that's the expectation, that's a bit too high. You want to just do things well. You want to be methodical and careful and have a good plan and execute that plan with care and dedication without pushing or rushing, but just, yeah. Knight of Pentacles wants to, I don't know, let me see. What does Knight of Pentacles want? We've got the Page of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. So this can be a time of spending time with good friends. Page of Cups can be a very good friend. It can be a card of artistry and expression, imagination and curiosity, intuition. It can be about apologies and having conversations from the heart. So there's a sweetness to your energy this week, or a sweetness of a person around you. We have the King of Pentacles, from the Knight to the King of Pentacles, the Empress on the bottom here. So for some of you, this is a relationship that you would like to see flourish and grow and heal. If it wasn't about becoming single back up there, it could be that there was some damage done and you're trying to heal and work together with this person potentially. Others of you, this is about building your business success and career. Maybe it didn't work out for some reason, something's, we know about that, but what the future is and the outcome is you working towards building more stability and success for yourself. Very much financially for a lot of you, especially given the Five of Pentacles may be in the challenge right now. So building your finances back up, or in general, maybe you've had a poor relationship to money, or an upbringing that's taught you certain things about that, about value and money and power and all those things, and that might be something you're learning new behaviors, new relationships around. Empress on the bottom of the deck, definitely a message of nurturing and care, and a time of fertility for you, a time to own your power. And I think I feel like it's just a real nurturing yourself. I mean, many of you may be mothers and parents or fathers or whoever's parents, nurturers of all kinds, but I feel like the nurturing is needed for yourself at the moment. See the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups there as well. You've definitely got someone interested coming your way, or it could be your current partner. What do I want to say about that? The Magician is here, the Six of Cups is here. Someone may try to reunite with you if you've had a separation. Somebody that wants, we got the Queen of Pentacles here. So yeah, there's definitely indication that someone wants to revisit things with you or catch up if they haven't seen you in a while. It could be a sibling you haven't seen. There's a lot going on coming out in these cards here with all the different court cards showing up. So there's definitely some talks around particular relationships you're in. But it is the Happy Tarot, and this is about focusing on the positive. We've got the Hanged Man on the split there. So what I'm seeing here is Spirit is moving you in certain ways, and you have the power to choose. There's always free will, but I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to utilize some of the skills that you've got inside of yourself that are maybe a bit of a test to use sometimes, to create something great for yourself here, because you are the Magician, and to not be too impulsive, but carefully planning, and yeah, that type of thing. Something about that. So think things through clearly and carefully. take your time and be very patient with things. Let things come towards you. That was the message over here. Don't go, you're not going out towards things. I know there was that message at the start this week where you might be the one to reach out to someone, or you might feel that desire to. That may be the case still, but there's still this need to draw what you want towards yourself. Hopefully that resonates. So some of the oracles we haven't seen yet is Tangerine, Gratitude and Charisma. From the Essence Oracle, of course, a card about gratitude, but let's have a little squizzy at the book, see what it has to say for us. The divinatory meaning: if Tangerine materializes in your reading, it is because you lack flexibility. You might be burdened by day-to-day tasks, making your routine taxing and not enjoyable. Practice gratitude for the things you take for granted on most days. The affirmation is, I appreciate every task I do today, knowing that my time is invested wisely and that each step takes me closer to my goal. I like that. There's a sense of peace in that, especially given we've got that Seven of Pentacles here and a few of your other cards really, you know, that Nine of Pentacles up in the challenge. It definitely indicates that there is a need for more gratitude for those sweet little blessings. Like if this is not the Nine of Pentacles, right? Look at her. And that's in your area of challenge. And the Nine of Pentacles is someone who's reaping the rewards of their harvest, and they're feeling like they've got everything they need and they've got enough to share and to give. But the Five of Pentacles was next to it, and it is in your challenge. So you may, you know, be wanting to get back to that state of being. We had focus there. We did say, I want to hold it up again. No, focus on the positive were your two cards that came together. Really focus on this new beginning, you know, that type of thing. Okay, and then you have some self-care cards to finish off your reading. So you had my Own Your Power, fix the external by changing the internal. Own your power, and we know that is about the way we think about things and the way we're feeling about things. And the subtle shifts, the little things that we can do to create these subtle shifts and bringing back your power. You have a health checkup, take charge of your health and schedule an annual checkup. It could be that literal for you, or it could mean something else. You'll know what it means for you with regards to your health. I'm just looking at my candle suddenly, it's like really standing out to me. It's called Ritual Healing, and I've actually got the card Ritual here. So maybe some sort of ritual healing might be something you want to do. Maybe like a burning bowl, or I'll let you decide, of course, it's your thing. But also when I first got Ritual, I was thinking more about like morning routines, like rituals we do in the morning, and they can be our spiritual rituals, energy healing rituals, but rituals can also be very much like bringing that magic into the practical, the magic in the mundane. But so I feel like I need to create a whole series on these things. We've talked about it many times over the years on this channel, and I've thought to like make these sorts of videos. My friend has actually just started making little videos like this. I should post her page in the comments. She's only just started posting some of these things, but she has her own little apothecary, and so she's doing some instructional videos on how people can use candle spells and things like that, because it's really nice to get that extra guidance sometimes with those things, or ideas or inspiration around creating magical rituals and how to use your magical tools. Yeah, but to experience the magic of life, first you must practice it. So there could be something that matches here with your health and your daily routine rituals, the things maybe what you do in the morning, the first things you consume for good gut health, things like that might be important here, your morning ritual. But ritual can mean many other things for you, of course, at many times of the day. So that is what I have for you, group 1, for your beautiful reading with your Jade Goddess. So I hope this has resonated with you and given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance, whatever you may have been looking for here today. If you'd like a private reading, you should be able to book that in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 1. Hey, group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the beautiful amethyst, then this one is going to be your reading. So amethyst, as we know, is the psychic stone, the stone of intuition, connected to the brow chakra. And your reading looks like a personally deep reading for this week, perhaps. So yeah, a good match for the amethyst. We're going quite deep maybe into your psyche or into your emotions, and into your intuition as well, and so maybe marrying those together to find a truth. So anyway, we have in your reading group 2 the sun and the moon here together. So we've got masculine and feminine energy here in a nice balance next to temperance. I really liked to see that. But anyway, we've got Leo, Cancer, Sagittarius here, and Cancer as well. Some people might consider that Pisces, but I call it Cancer. Leo and Cancer are here quite strongly actually, and you've got Scorpio as well. So Leo energy is about leadership quite often. They can be considered the parents of the zodiac. The moon can be very much about home, mother, children, things like that at times. So these things might be relevant for you. But anyway, group 2, let's jump into the past energy and what we have here. So to start out, we have the 5 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands in your past energy. And this is the new deck that got sent in. Turns out was by a beautiful friend of mine, Jenna. So thank you, Jenna, for sending in this deck. The what is it? The Good Karma Tarot. It's so beautiful. I really like it. So we have the 5 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Right. So what am I looking at here? I'm looking at a lot of reflection when it comes to perhaps conflict with others and closing yourself off from people and situations. So this can be read in numerous ways. What I'm feeling here is you may have come through a period where you were feeling a little closed, or not finding it very easy to flow with people or with life for some reason. Maybe there was a specific conflict here with the 5 of Wands. Maybe you're just feeling like you've been fighting with everyone, or easy triggered, or something like this might be come up in the past, or maybe a specific event that's caused you to want to close off a little bit. Maybe you've just been finding it a little hard to relate or connect lately, or in the past, or in a particular situation. But with the 3 of Wands here, it shows that you have decided to move out of this energy or shift it in some way. You're actively participating in a shift here, because the 3 of Wands is you looking at a new horizon. You've already made a change here. So, and even her energy in the image is so much more open than that 4 of Pentacles. Even the 5 of Pentacles, they're not facing each other, so it's like not able to really see eye to eye with someone, or even groups of people, or like I said, it could be just coming up against bumps against everyone. It could be a bit of that, and that happens sometimes. You know, we got Juno retrograde, we got a few things going on that can influence these energies for sure. But the 4 of Pentacles here, she's got her bag, so there's sort of this separation between you and others at times in the past, or that could be how you feel about things. But then we have this person and I feel it's her, right? Same pink top almost, and she's way more open now. So maybe it's that you've left behind these energies that sort of caused you to feel that way, or it's just a deep inquiry you've been going through, so that you can be more open to things coming towards you, and less sort of worried about what may happen, or just, yeah, sort of just looking at this 4 of Pentacles as she looks back over at the 3 of Wands. Like there was a fear here. I feel there's some sort of fear around being open, or vulnerable perhaps, something like this. So you're waiting to sort of see this new energy take expression in your life and within yourself and in the circumstances as you move through life. I'm seeing this energy shifting in a nice way, and brings us to the 9 of Pentacles. So we've got that same pink sweater on in a way, but look at this beautiful 9 of Pentacles energy, and this is where you currently are standing. So you might be feeling like you're getting into a bit of a better space, maybe as of today even, or just very recent current energies. And then we also have the sun directly after that. So look at all these beautiful flowers. You're definitely seeing some of your shifts, or positive shifts or hard work paying off here with the 9 of Pentacles and the sun. You're seeing things sort of coming into a better space and feeling a lot more happy. And you've got the moon here with the sun as well. So this is that masculine and feminine energy we were looking at before. And it's interesting that you've also got 2 astrology cards above it with the new moon in Scorpio, first quarter moon in Cancer. One is go deeper and the other is push through any insecurities. And this is quite a match here, I feel, with the way they line up. It's really talking about you illuminating certain fears and insecurities you may have. And they could be in relation to anything, you'll know, but there's something deep inside of yourself, maybe some deep suppressed emotions or beliefs or wounds or things that you are shedding a little light in and finding a bit of healing. Yeah, going the wrong way, okay. I wanted to go back into that, but like, no, keep going this way. When I did pick that up, I just heard the word grounding. So grounding might be something you're wanting to do, or spending time in nature or in the garden, things like that, grounding yourself. And you might literally be nurturing a garden actually, because I've just looked over here and this caught my eye. You've got the nurture card. So there's something, then a new little seed that is sprouting. Maybe it's in your mind, maybe it's in your heart, maybe it's in your backyard. Maybe it's on your balcony, you know, wherever this little seed is, it's asking you to nurture it because it will grow into something abundant and beautiful. It's something, there will be a harvest worth enjoying at the end there. So we have the sun, the moon and temperance all here together. So there is a need to find some sort of adjustment in a change that's happening for you, I would say here. And yeah, I feel there's a lot of things coming up from the deep with this moon card being here. And the sun, it's definitely illuminating these darker, deeper parts of yourself, your emotional parts, I do feel there. And like it says here, pushing through insecurities. We also have the 10 of Swords and the 4 of Wands after that energy. So with the temperance being there, you might be just trying to find a little bit more balance in, and what do I want to say, acceptance with regards to things as how they are. Maybe there's been a significant ending in your life with the 10 of Swords, but this 10 of Swords can also be the ending of this insecurities as they play out in your life. Maybe it's more of an ending of something internal that you're healing, you know, so that you can have more friendships and more connections and connect with your community in more meaningful ways with the 4 of Wands being here. And also like a change and a shift of the energy of your home space is noted here as well with the 4 of Wands being there. It could be that you're planning to move, or there's some sort of change in your home space, and it will be very different for everyone. So I'm trying to like pick it up, and I keep getting all these different little things. So it's very different for everyone. Travel looks like it might be on the cards for planning, not so much happening right now. I mean, some it could be, but it looks like you might be putting thoughts around making a trip with some friends. You might be like planning something, some sort of event or gathering. Could be with regards to death or endings. But it could also just be a new beginning type thing, like something to move into as it's part of where you're headed, if that makes sense. Like if you're wanting to make more friends, maybe you're going to go to certain events that, you know, attract like-minded souls so that you can meet with people that are, you know, like-minded and will support you on this next leg of your journey, because it does look like there's a bit of change happening here and you are wanting to open up to new things and sort of see yourself flourish a bit more and see yourself in different eyes. I'm getting as well to maybe you're having a bit of physical insecurities or something, and you might be looking at yourself in a bit of a negative light, whether it's your attitude or your physical appearance, whatever it might be. But I do feel like you're wanting to see yourself as more beautiful and sacred. Revered was the word I was hearing. So I think there's something to that for you here. There's definitely celebrations around the home space I want to look deeper into here with that 4 of Wands. There's something there. 5 of Cups is the bottom deck energy, so there is grief, loss and sadness in the underlying energy of this reading. But the 2 of Cups is right behind her. That's the thing about it, right? There's still something beautiful outside of this experience for you. You know, this is not the be all and end all, whatever this is that's got you really in your emotions. Ace of Cups is underneath that, so it's kind of flooding over. So there's definitely been an overwhelming and maybe emotional time for you. But Four of Wands, what do we have for the Four of Wands as just a confirmation? Oh, is that it? No, fell down that way. I wasn't sure when it came out. All right, we have Death. Oh, that's interesting. Is that the card that wanted to come out before and I said no? I don't remember, but it kind of looks like it might have been. Anyway, Death is what came out with the Six of Swords. So this is 100% about embracing a transformation. And like I said, this gathering with friends could be with regards to death in some way. Like maybe there's a funeral you're attending, or something similar. Maybe it's a mediumship development group or something like this. But outside of that specific message, you definitely see death here as the transformation. And with that Six of Swords behind it, that's about really leaving behind that old skin. It truly is a transformation, letting yourself enjoy these new times, these good times. So if that is about the home space, you may be removing some old things that you don't need anymore, donating things, changing things up. A new couch I'm hearing from someone. So maybe it's the old energy of the couch or the way it fills your room so there's no flow. I don't know what it is. There's something about your home space really changing and releasing things you don't need, but also yourself is changing. And there's a real mention here of leaving the old skin behind and embracing this new skin. That's probably what we were getting before about really wanting to see yourself as beautiful, and so accepting, you know, these perceived mistakes or things you may have done or been through. You know, they may shape a part of who we are, but it's not who you are. It can shape our experiences, but it's not who you are. So in the challenge area, we've got all cups here, so emotions are definitely the challenge at the moment. Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, Three of Cups in the challenge. And you can see this woman, she's almost like she's sitting on the grass with this group, but not quite. You know, she's not really with them so much. So there might be that, I mean, well, I'll start where I should start, but I don't know. Six of Cups was the first one, and you can definitely, something about this guy is standing out to me. And I do feel like this is like somebody who has memories of you that isn't sure how they feel about you right now or anymore or something like that. Like part of them looks at you with like this feeling of like they can't be mad but they want to, or something like that. It's kind of this feeling I'm getting. I don't know, there's definitely something between you and this person here, and they don't know how to approach you, or if they even want to, I don't know. But they have memories with you that they can't shake for whatever reason, is what I really see here. And you're sort of maybe looking towards a different future, or maybe your memories of the situation are different to theirs, or everyone's experiences, you know, we take away different experiences and memories from the exact same situation, right, as our different perspectives allow. But yeah, I'm trying to see what it is I'm getting from this guy, because it really is like he wants to say something, or so much even, but he can't. And there is love there. There is something there from many of you, and connecting to this. Like, it could be an ex, it could be a brother or a family person, like a father even, who knows. But yeah, anyway, back to you. There is memories here. So this person could be a challenge for you. Could be having someone coming back from the past, having something to say, or maybe not say. Maybe you feel their energy. That could be the case too, and they're not saying anything. God, I want to grab what he's saying, but I just can't. Like, I can only feel the edges of it, if that makes sense. It's so bizarre. But anyway, a lot of reflection here. 7 of Cups, a lot of reflection around your emotions and emotional confusion and emotional overwhelm, things like this. I think you're thinking of certain conditioning you've had, maybe even as a child, maybe thinking about your parents or the people that influenced you and picked up and learned behaviors through being raised by them, and things that you don't want to carry on anymore. So you really, I think you're maybe even, I don't know, a little overwhelmed for this, like with this one is like this sense of, because I'm almost looking at these as all the different things you could do to help heal your emotions and find grounding, and some of even that idea of that could be a little overwhelming and needing to come back to grounding. So that's, I said grounding down here somewhere, 9 of Pentacles, I think. So grounding is going to be really, really important through this process, and that makes sense because what will help with the challenge is all Pentacles. Yeah, great, we know. So yeah, the Cups is the challenge. Let's just focus on the challenge. We'll talk about what will help after. But so the challenge may be, joining in with friendships, or even reuniting with people you haven't seen in a while. Maybe you're about to and you feel nervous about it, or you're not sure because there's unresolved issues from the past with a particular group or people, or just within yourself, unresolved energy and things that sort of act as a barrier. But these are things you're shifting. I can really see that, something you're working on and healing. There's many unanswered questions here when it comes to your emotions, I do feel, but there's also a lot of inquiry, and I'm loving this energy, and I'm loving you, group 2. There's a real feeling here. Like when I first started pulling the cards earlier, I just felt like when I start group 2, I'm just going to mention how sweet your souls are. Like I can really feel their sweetness to you. You really are a beautiful soul. But I didn't say that till now. Oh well. The challenge, what will help with this challenge, as we said, all Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Page. Isn't that interesting? There's this sort of in a way a separation from this group of girls here sitting on the grass. So maybe you just don't quite know how to join that group, or feeling a little unsure of where to find certain friends, or if even when you are in that setting, to actually approach them and speak to them in a way that creates connection, and ask them questions and things about whatever. But what will help with the challenge? That's why I'm showing that separation, because here their heads are all together and they're working together on something. So what will help with the challenge is to cooperate with people, to work with people, to create new friendships and new relationships. And you know what else is pretty cool? From another deck, you've got make new friends. Get out there and make new friends. Don't hide in the shadows. Isn't it beautiful? And you've got all these sort of beautiful flowers everywhere. You are enough. If that was something you worried about, you've got an equal contribution that is equally valuable to this group, and to accept and acknowledge that, to maybe come past any beliefs you have around not being enough or having enough contribution that is valuable. Or feeling senses of competition, or just any little things that are like we've seen here, that you're trying to go a little deeper with certain securities to clear, so that you can have cooperative relationships and friendships and things flourishing for you. So spending time with people, good people that are there to help you and you them. Study, by the looks of this, some of you may have a lot to study, so get to it, that type of thing. Like work on your projects. Stay grounded and practical. Don't overthink things too much. Stay open to connection, working with people, even when there is challenge. Stay open to that as well. That's the Lion Spirit. Let's go to the Lion Spirit. Be generous of spirit. All right, the Oracle message. A healthy ego means ease God's order instead of edging God out. Lion Spirit's appearance. So this is what's making me think Lion Spirit, because it's about even when things are not going how you'd like to, or you've bumped up against an energy that is confrontational, or whatever it might be, something you don't like this. Well, just sort of stepping back and not trying to control the situation or even be affected by the negativity, but rather stay open to, as it says here, ease God's order. To be okay with the way God or Spirit, the universe, is allowing things to play out. Just be a witness to a bit of that, and and try to shed a little extra, dig a little deeper to give a little love in that situation where you can. And not take on other people's pains or burdens perhaps. But anyway, Lion's spirit appearance is a reminder that you have been given the gift of pride and a healthy sense of your worth to express your divine authentic self in a unique way. You are both the king and queen, secure in your prosperity and wisdom, and generous of spirit to help others. Take pride in your ability to serve from the heart. Contentment with what you have right now allows you to use your resources wisely as you give to others in ways that educate, heal, inspire, and delight. Be proud yet humble. Practice gratitude and you will find that the accolades that come to you are no match for the joy of knowing what you have been able to do for others through expressing the bounty of generosity within you. Lion Spirit knows there is a great savannah before you, and many who will benefit from the healthy expression of your unique set of gifts if you choose to work in partnership with Spirit. So if, like I said, there's a challenge or a confrontation or some sort of abrasive energies, be with that, open up to that, and shine your light instead of maybe being closed off and like being affected by someone else's state or nature. There's some power in that, in the way that you may, penetrate them with your light and, heal them in a little sweet little tether of light way. Anyway, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but most of you will get me, I'm sure. In partnership with Spirit, all your relationships flourish as you express your worth and generosity of spirit with humility and kindness. What a blessing you can be to all. There is a protection message. I'll glaze over and see if we should read it. Well, we will. Do you doubt you can do much good? Are you stuck in a state of scarcity thinking, who am I to lead, or who am I to step into my dream, or who am I to have an amazing relationship? Who am I to think I can help? If this is you. If it's not, maybe skip a couple of seconds. But Lion Spirit is having a cup of tea. That's what's going on. All right. Lion Spirit is here to tell you that the antidote for low self-esteem is stepping into healthy pride. Of course, you can do all that you desire. The spark of the Great Spirit lives inside of you, and you are here to steward that amazing energy into the world. Lion Spirit knows that Great Spirit invested in you, so that you might be the channel for Spirit's love and generosity. Take pride in your role, seeking to bring an abundance of love into the world. Perhaps you do much good already, but you're feeling unappreciated, wanting to hold back your gifts and hoard them for yourself. Maybe you're looking for attention or praise. Maybe you were even being generous with the expectation that you would be entitled to repayment. Know that the real magic happens when you remember that there is always enough and you are always enough. Give freely without agenda or expectation, and let Lion Spirit remind you that in giving and you receive. Then you will see that you are appreciated. Stop comparing yourself to others and seeing yourself as less than, for within you is a wellspring of generosity. And the next card from your oracles is Geranium, acceptance and nurturing. And as you can see, and most of your reading has been very much around the energy of softness, acceptance and nurturing. You might be wanting to become a more patient or gentle parent, or connect with your children in a way that is more meaningful. You may be healing a relationship with a parent. You may be healing a relationship with your inner child. There's a lot of energy here with this mother-child energy. You may have a strained relationship with your own mother, and so that conscious mothering is a part of your healing journey. So let's have a little squizzy at the divinatory meaning. If this card comes into your reading, you might be struggling with deep issues in your heart. It reminds you that you are beautiful and that this challenge will only make you stronger. You have a full connection with your nurturing side, looking after everyone else, but maybe forgetting about yourself. Forgiveness is necessary, and it makes space for it in your life. The affirmation is, I am worth it. I want to read a little more about geranium, perhaps. The wise words, being both soft and strong is a combination very few have mastered. Geranium's energies correspond to the heart chakra. Energies of love, trust, and acceptance resonate with this essence. Geranium will assist you with seeing the positive side of things. It will enhance your tolerance towards your loved ones and to accept and love them as they are. Geranium heals the heart in very gentle and subtle ways. Her flowery essence is nurturing, forgiving, and compassionate. When trust has been lost, geranium finds it. There's a modality in our kinesiology training called Awaken with Essences, and it is a beautiful healing protocol that you can use. And there's many other ways that healing with essences can be implemented in healing and energy healing practices, but it might be something that calls to you. I'm kind of feeling to mention it. So some people, you may want to work with particular essences. We've got the Australian bushflower essences I know a lot of people do work with, but there's many more as well. Where am I here? So yeah, because it said the gentle subtle, and that to me is that subtle energy, and sort of it is a very gentle way to work with and heal these deep places that may be wounded. So yeah, yeah. Is it Awaken with Essences or Attitude with Essences? I can't remember now. I think it's Attitude with Essence, not Awaken. But anyway, I know that it's used in many different formats. So, where am I? Finds it. Nurturing, forgiving, and compassionate. When trust has been lost, geranium finds it. Geranium assists with feminine emotions like mood swings, PMS, menopause, postnatal depression. It brings comfort to the person that feels neglected. It is great support for the skin as well as the liver and kidneys. When the geranium personality is out of balance, we will find jealousy and revenge. Grudges are held deep in the heart, waiting for the perfect opportunity to be returned to the offender. Geranium, I felt that one quite strongly too, so there might be some healing and forgiveness necessary, some work around forgiveness. Geranium is an acceptance. Geranium is a beautiful mother. Lots of different shades of pink decorate this card. She sees her baby with a beautiful, gentle smile, inspiring calmness and trust. Geranium blends well with sandalwood, lavender, and patchouli. So that is a geranium. A couple more cards to finish off your reading. You had that card Nurture, we saw it before, but you also had Journal. Definitely, considering the theme of this reading, it would be a great idea to be writing some of your feelings and thoughts out onto paper, even if you're doing a burning bowl ritual, or more so I feel to get things out and to have this different state of reflection. Maybe even a bit of automatic writing might be really good, like no expectation or pressure about what you'll write about, and just let whatever be written. There's no mistake, there's no wrong word you can write, you just go for it. Doesn't have to, one sentence or word does not have to make sense to the one previously. That's automatic writing. You just go for it. Maybe you want to do a little looking into that if that's what you want to do. But yeah, there may also be some writing down in a more intentful way to work certain things out around your heart and relationships. Like maybe you've researched a series of questions you can answer through writing out the answers. It's sort of like a bit of a personal inquiry ritual or practice. And then some self-care prompts for you is self-exploration. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself to find your truth. So there's definitely, as we see, go a little deeper. Got a lot of cards around this energy. Oh, that's right, I've got those cards too that I haven't read yet. We have, hang on a sec. I'm going into the oracle cards a bit too early, I think. I've still got to go into what will future guidance and the outcome cards. It's because there was a knock at the door, so I got a little distracted. I'm like, oh, where am I when I came back here? So I'll get down to that in a sec. We'll just finish these since I've got them. Self-exploration, we had make new friends, and we had throat chakra. So opening up and speaking to people, speaking your truth, but also listening as well and receiving, that's part of, I think, the Three of Pentacles, and the throat chakra is letting other people have their valuable contribution, asking questions, inquiring, active listening, things like this to really show your connection in a deeper way. Might help you feel more connected as well. But throat chakra, definitely reach out and speak from parts of yourself that perhaps you don't normally share. There's a message of vulnerability there. But anyway, let's go back into your reading that we didn't finish. So we had further guidance was the Five of Swords, the Chariot, and the Knight of Cups. So with this Five of Swords, you've got here, somebody walking away from a bit of a storm that's happened, and then the next card, the sun is peering out from the clouds. So it's really asking you to leave the past in the past. Whatever's happened sort of energy here. And let yourself come into a time of a bit of rest, I'm feeling, with the Knight of Cups. I mean, the Knight of Cups can be a romantic interest coming your way, for sure. And that may be the case for many, but I do feel this is actually more about you letting yourself having a bit of a breather, and see this, so a bit of tumultuous energy and waves in the background of this Knight of Cups. But I think it's just a card of having a little bit of fun, letting yourself find a little bit of lighthearted fun in some way. And maybe that's on a date. That could be the case for some, enjoying an energy that's interested in you. For some, whoever this is, if this is about somebody that is interested in you, then you can definitely see that they will potentially stick around. For those that you know who this energy already is, if this message is for you, then yeah, whoever this is likely to stick around, and they do have a bit of interest in you, I feel. And they're able to weather the storm, if that applies. But for those that this is not another person, this is more your situation, you can just see that you're building a bit of confidence back in yourself after perhaps a bit of a storm or a series of storms, and no longer sitting in this state of competition and comparison, but rather just enjoying your essence and who you are, getting to know yourself a little more, having a little more fun, and letting that reflection, letting yourself enjoy your own reflection as you meet with and connect with other people, like enjoying the energy you bring to a space, and vice versa with others. In the outcome, the reason I mentioned that Knight of Cups being someone is because we have that turning into the King of Cups, and while some of you that is about yourself, others it is about another person. In the outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So, well, Knight of Pentacles, first of all, we've got someone who's dutifully working away. It can be a card of all work, no play, but it is a card that gets the job done. Five of Pentacles is the card of the lack, feeling abandoned, not feeling good enough. And then with the King of Cups is somebody who is a master of their emotions. They're somebody who has managed to overcome this sense of insecurity or lack here in the Five of Pentacles. And regardless of what comes up for them, I mean, it's not just because you're a master of your emotions doesn't mean you don't feel. It doesn't mean that there's no triggers. It means you know how to stay grounded and logical in the face of big feelings and emotions, and respond in ways that are becoming of you or the situation. Those of this is about somebody else. So those that is, I mean, I do still believe everyone here is going through a bit of emotional self-mastery at this time. This I'm seeing here is this other person that is, yeah, like we saw, that you may be going through your own situation here with an ending, or with a loss, or not feeling your best or at your most powerful. But with the King of Cups turning to the King of Cups, and the night before, it's someone who approaches you slowly. They don't have any pressure, and they're able to, maybe like we said before, withstand any storms. So if this is whoever that's reading for, that this is an external person, you can see they will stick around, and perhaps a very mature and nice energy to have around you as well. But those that this is yourself, and most of you, I do feel that this is about yourself. Like we've said, this is about emotional balance and being able to feel more in control of your responses in that way. And then we got 3 cards that fell from the Solitary Witch, and they were all beautiful, so I had to take them all. We have Spells of Rose and Cacao. And isn't cacao a beautiful ceremony? So this, I dare say, is magical ceremonies and initiations and wishes of love and softness with the rose there. We'll go to the book in a moment. We have the Blessing and the Banishing candle. So definitely looking at what you want to attract and what you want to release, connecting with your own your own rituals here as well. We'll go to the book, like I said, and sometimes she changes is the next one. So more indication that you were going through massive change. We got the Death card in the reading, remember? So where are we first? Spells of Rose and Cacao. And I'll just go to the little meaning part. A ceremony to fall in again in love with life. And I see that in this reading. The blessing of love magic, ceremonial sharing of sacred foods, opening the heart after a time of great caution. And what did we see here? That this card sat directly below that card as well. Like the oracles were in alignment with the tarot beautifully there, as always. A return to believing in the magic of love, gifting yourself love magic that focuses on receptivity and wisdom of an open heart filled with blessings. I love that. Gifting yourself love magic that focuses on the receptivity and wisdom of the open heart filled with blessings. So we were talking about vulnerability and nurturing something that is growing. So definitely beautiful message lining up there. Then you have 34, the blessing and banishing candle. Finding balance, seeking harmony in life and within your own self, finding a way to embrace and the changes life can bring. A sense that your wisdom is shifting, changing, yet becoming more truly your very own. Isn't that whole reading been the theme of? A calm energy that accompanies you, drawing other beings you can trust in your energy, wise yet wild, lightening the dark, warming the cold, inside and outside of you. And then, what did I shut it for? We've got, and sometimes she changes. Oh, there it is. We were on it. Private ritual that reveals aspects of self you may have been unaware of. Finding the elemental part of yourself through immersion in that element. Complete self-love, acceptance and acknowledgement. Observation and acceptance of new aspects to you of self. Validation through the true seeing of yourself. Feeling completely free to be the self that others may not wish to see or validate as even existing. Understanding that form is illusory and can be shaped and changed. Deeper connection with sensuality and a desire to move beyond restriction. So your reading has definitely been a beautiful shift that is going on in your life, and it's not all easy, definitely confronting at times, but here you are, showing up. So loving this for you, group 2. That is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has resonated and given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance. If you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box. And that being said, I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 2. Hey there, group 3. Welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the sweet little jar that the cork has actually been pushed inside by some curious little fingers that made their way to my altar one day. But what I actually got from this little jar this time was the message that there is some untapped treasures waiting for you, whether that's in yourself or an opportunity in life. There is something untapped waiting for you to discover it. And I do feel like there is limited perception and mindset around this thing that might be blocking it, or just not quite seeing it yet because you might be a little bit closed, or there's something untapped you're yet to discover, and you will discover it. So I do feel like there's a lot of treasure in about this, just as I was looking at it there. I was going to say, it doesn't, like, I don't get the message from it as much when I touch it, but rather when I put it down and look at it from afar. So there might be a message in that as well. By maybe looking at the bigger picture, or maybe you're looking at something too closely, I don't know. All right, so so group 3, I was about to say Gemini, but it's not a zodiac reading. Group 3, the energies I can see are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces is here as well, and Leo. So those are the dominant energies in this reading. It could be part of your chart that's activated this time. It could be someone you're dealing with. It could be yourself. It could be a part of your big 3, sun, moon, rising. Anyway, it doesn't matter if it's not. Let's jump into the past energy for group 3 with the 5 of Cups. the Page of Pentacles and the Magician. So looking here, we've got the Five of Cups. We've got somebody who is feeling really emotional. Five of Cups is about depression and sadness. It's about, I actually got a little bit of victim energy in this one. So you might have been feeling victimized, or maybe sitting in victim mentality and it doesn't serve, or maybe it does serve, whatever. There is sadness here, but you're turning that around. You're like ready to turn your tears into an opportunity or something like that. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe whatever made you sad is also what's inspiring you to drive you forward or something. But with this Page of Pentacles Magician, you are doing what you can to get out of a situation that doesn't feel good for you or feels maybe a little heavy and sad. I really feel like you are turning it around for yourself. You're doing practical things, you're doing research, you're doing whatever is required basically, because the Magician is here to give yourself a new beginning. The first card of your current energy is the Fool. You're ready to explore new territory. You're ready to try something you haven't done before perhaps. You're ready to learn new skills. You're ready to open up. In the past you may not have been so ready to open up, but now it looks like you're getting there, ready to open up. I feel like some of the people who are actually connecting to this have come over from group something. I can't, maybe group 1 or 2. Only 2 there could have come from. But anyway, I do feel like for a lot of you this is like a follow-on reading from one of the others, but that may not be the case, of course. Maybe this reading will lead you to one of the others if you feel there's more messages here for you. But yeah, we're definitely seeing yourself with the Magician here doing what is required for you to bring about success in a situation, and I feel like bringing yourself out of a particular situation. With the Magician, it does encourage you to believe in yourself, because sometimes the Magician, especially in this energy and what's around it, can come up and not feel very capable of what they want to achieve. But you absolutely do have the resources. There could be a little bit of, I'm just getting a little bit of boundaries in the way you're thinking, like as in barriers, sorry, like, oh, I can't do this because of that, or if I did this, that might happen, or just only little subtle things, like just little barriers and blocks you seem to place, you may be placing, but it's something that you are maybe consciously becoming aware of, or just thinking, yeah, it doesn't serve me to be so limited in my thinking in this way or whatever there. So there's definitely a shift in that regard for you. So the current energy was the Fool, and then we had the Ten of Swords, and we also had the Ace of Pentacles. There's some more, but we'll just hold these for now. Ten of Swords is showing somebody, it's not so much about death in this card, it's more about the transformation, because we have the rebirth here with the Phoenix. And death is, sorry, this isn't even death, this is Ten of Swords, and Ten of Swords can be the end of a situation or a literal death. Something finishing, end of a relationship, end of a personality trait, end of a habit, end of a behavior, end of something, right? But it's not about what's finished, it's about what you're becoming because of that ending. And the Ace of Pentacles being here shows that there is opportunities just here on the horizon for you to, Seven of Pentacles, invest in. You're investing in a new journey, a new way of being. Maybe you're putting your money in a certain business adventure or opportunity. Maybe you are investing in a new property or a home or something like this. The Four of Wands is the bottom deck energy for this reading, so this definitely has to do with home space for many of you, or like-minded community, and those soul tribe type energies, a state, a sense of belonging to a place, whether that be the home space or a community that you belong to. In this reading, I feel so tired. Like when I first started, I just wanted to go into this really restful slumber, and it wasn't the type of, I don't know, it wasn't like a dreggy tired. It was more of a peaceful tired in a way. Like if I went to sleep right now, I would drift off in the most gentle, peaceful way. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if you can see in my eyes, just like really, would love to have a little nap. But I'm not. I'm going to eat lunch and go to gym after this. So there's no nap coming up for me. But maybe you need a nap at the time of connecting, or maybe you just woke up. I don't know. Maybe you're falling asleep as you listen and you have to rewatch it later. I don't know. So what do we have here? We have that Ace of Pentacles, the new beginning that you're investing in. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles shows up when there's a lot of work to be done and not many results to see from it. And well, that's probably why the Eight of Pentacles is next. It's asking for your devotion and commitment, and that's what will be happening. This is the week ahead. You're going to be really focusing and just each day getting one step closer to your goal, whatever this is. you are mastering something. We've got not only the Magician, but this card of mastery here as well, where each pot in the background might be a little wonky and, you know, not the best, not the greatest, but she keeps showing up every day anyway. And each pot, as you can see in the forefront here, become more and more intricate and masterful. So there is something you're building within yourself, or you know, within your life. You're creating a different circumstance for yourself, and it's worth your investment. I'm seeing with the apples here, there's, you know, the tree of knowledge, the tree, so there's definitely a gaining of information, something you are learning here. You have the Three of Wands also at the end of your week as well. So all of these cards show a lot of work and not too much results, but that's okay. I think you're aware of that anyway. I think you know you're in the middle of a process, or potentially the beginning of a process, and it's going to take some time to see your results. It's going to take some time to know where this is headed even. So that's the Three of Wands there. You may be waiting for information or communication from someone as well, and when I get this, I feel tension a little bit. Maybe not for everyone, but you might be apprehending some sort of disagreement with someone, or not for everybody though. For some of you, you're just waiting on your wishes to come true, or like your things to manifest and grow as you expect them to. So I think it could be both for many of you. In the area of challenge, you have the Hanged Man. What did I get when I saw that? Shoot, what was it? When I first saw it, it said something to me. You got the Five of Wands, Four of Swords as well, but oh, what was it? It was kind of a little bit funny in a way, but maybe not. No, I'm not going to be able to get it back, damn it. I don't know if it was like, I'm kind of feeling like the word stagnancy. No, I really don't know what it was now. It's just poof. It was such a strong message when I first pulled the card too. It's such a bummer. Hopefully it comes back. So here in the challenge, Hanged Man, right? So things are outside of your control right now, and you are unable to dictate the timing of things, and maybe even understand how it's going to unfold, and that can be a little tricky at the moment. But the challenge is remaining peaceful and empowered even in the face of uncertainty. And when we have the Five of Wands, Four of Swords here, you may be having, again, the pressure of the timing with this June here. June 21st is circled. So someone, you could be expecting or, pressuring something to happen by a specific date. Maybe that is the date or close to. Or somebody else has this expectation, deadline or pressure around a date. I kind of feel that here, and things aren't moving in the way you'd like. So there's some sort of pressure with timing, but also particularly possibly conflict here as well, with these people sort of having a disagreement at the computer desk. And so you might be struggling with a bit of your workload right now, or just struggling with cooperation from others, or feeling like things can move forward at all, because it really does feel like things are on hold at the moment, or things are a bit paused, things are a bit maybe stagnant. What did I get with that? Damn Hanged Man. Can't believe how softly tired I feel. Like, it's all in the eyes though. Like, whew. I don't think I felt this way in group 2 so much. I'm not sure. It's sort of just come on as it does. Okay, so all right. What do I want to? Maybe I'll just shuffle and see if something comes out to spark my memory about that message I saw. Need a little reminder card, please. I'm just looking at the bottle. I'm being drawn to the little bottle without the lid, and it's asking you to dig a little deeper. You've got the King of Swords here. Yeah, all right, Seven of Wands. So there is some dictatorship or something here potentially. There's someone who might be, we've got direction here. We've got authority here. We've also got someone who's like defending themselves potentially with the Seven of Wands. Somebody who's saying, actually, no, that doesn't work for me. So there's, I had the word and it just left me. Goodness me. You might be losing your own words a bit lately. I don't know if it's picking up on your energy or if it's me right now, but what was the word where you are maybe negotiating with somebody about the way things should be done, or the price of something potentially. yeah, there's definitely like, you could be coming up against a bit of policy procedure stuff, like something not being done the right way and wanting there to be like a correction there, or things to be done by the book. You might be feeling, up against it. So, you might be trying to do things the right way and someone else isn't, or just different ideals on how it's meant to unfold. But with this one, actually, I think this is kind of getting back to the edge of what I wanted to say on this, but it's still not the message. It feels like this is between you and God, or you and spirit, you and source, you and the universe, however you want to call it, and whoever it is you connect to. It's between you and them. The outer circumstances are outer circumstances, and this is more a personal thing I'm feeling with this card, like between you and your own innate awareness, your own knowing, your higher self, your trust in source, your trust in the direction of your life, your trust in the changes and even the things that you don't want to accept or trust. Those things. There's illumination here and acceptance here in surrender. What will help with this challenge is a bit of time out on your own, the Hermit, a bit of self-reflection, definitely self-reflection, particularly if certain traits or parts of yourself are getting in the way of your outcomes or something here. Like, what do I want to say? Feeling real like, go to sleep. I don't know why, I slept all right. I hope you're all right, group 3. I hope you're feeling okay, and getting enough rest. And if you are resonating with how I'm currently feeling, then there's definitely a message for you to run yourself a nice bath, let your senses just rest and relax. And I'm not seeing much push here other than just to show up every day and get a bit done and work towards this one direction. But I don't see anything being overly strenuous if you can avoid it. Anyway, the Hermit is with the Hangman here. The Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Gosh, get it right. So this is a time for you to be in meditation, connecting with your spirit, connecting with your inner truth. You're not going to get the answers or the validation or the confirmation or the approval or the permission from an external source in this situation. This is going to have to be you leading the way here with the King of Wands. And this is somebody who goes a very unique way about life, I would say. This is like the people around you can either be inspired or scratch their heads, it's a bit like that. And that's why you are who you are, and that's what you're here for in this life, to be wonderfully unique and to be yourself. And so I think there's a lot of reflection about your direction, who you are, what you want to do at this time. There's something you're needing to take leadership on, but only once you have had some time out to reflect and really seen that guidance. So you're coming from a place of that trust and connection to source, back to this Hangman energy. I feel like that light here is the light that's shown in on you through the window, and it's something you've cultivated, you've embodied, and you're like, right, I'm going to take this and run with it. So it's like spirit giving you a bit of a torch in a situation where you feel you have no power or ability to forge your way forward. And it's actually, spirit is giving you an opportunity within that situation to go maybe a different way than you thought, perhaps, or more to the point, I think, just accepting it for what it is and doing what you can with what you've got. That type of vibe. So further guidance here, we have got Strength, Leo's energy there. Did I read the energies of this reading? Gemini, Sag, Leo. Yeah, I did. Anyway, so we had Strength, the 8 of Swords, the 7 of Cups. In further guidance, so look at this overwhelm and confusion and uncertainty, and should I go this way, should I go that way, am I meant to be this person, am I meant to be that person? We're looking at all these different career options, and she doesn't know, this person is overcooked, overthinking. It's definitely time to relax. I'm going to pull up these cards now. You've got full moon in Gemini, full moon in Sagittarius. So you've got something coming to a culmination. Things might be feeling a little overwhelming. Things might be feeling like getting a bit too big to grab a hold of type feelings. So full moon in Gemini, embrace the flow of life. Full moon in Sag, see the bigger picture. And I'm feeling that with the Hanged Man here as well, right? And that's going with the flow, but also understanding that you need to see the bigger picture of this situation. You can't manipulate or control it into the way you'd like it to be, but rather accepting it for what it is. Seeing the bigger picture, I feel also with this particular one as well, because I feel like there's part of you that might be, like I said, a bit blocked or closed in, and it's needing that opening up. And seeing the bigger picture will definitely help with that. But that's what's going on for you. You will be seeing the bigger picture as you come out of this overstrained mental energy and more into this sort of connection with your spirit and restful energy. See the big difference here? You can sit here overthinking and stressing yourself about what you don't know and don't understand yet, or you can just relax into what you do know and, you know, do what you can with that open dialogue that comes from that space. The strength is here as well, and as we how did it come out? I don't even remember. That was at the end either way, and which shows him running away from that energy. So it definitely showing that you are going to be, the extra guidance is that you use your inner strength to overcome these parts of you that might make you feel powerless through overthinking or ruminating or just even believing that things that aren't true. With the Eight of Swords, certain belief systems around people or around yourself or around possibilities that aren't true. You're being asked to challenge certain beliefs that you have, and also this need to know when you might not. In the outcome, we have got the Five of Swords, Nine of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So the outcome shows you, although you may be exhausted and tired, Nine of Wands, Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. This is somebody who's been through enough battle and they are weary of it. They just really had enough. I'm done. That's what I'm feeling. Like, oh, my eyes just want to shut. I can't even believe it. Woo. I'm sure if I do some grounding outside, I'll come back to my energy, and I'll do that right after this reading. I'll go put my feet on the grass. It'll be nice. And I like when you get these sorts of feelings sometimes, either it be sadness or whatever you've picked up in a reading or whatever, because when you shift out of it and you come back to yourself or whatever, the shift is such a nice moment. You're like, oh, I'm a different human, and then it's so bizarre. Anyway, so Nine of Wands here. The tiredness, but the Two of Wands, it drives you. This situation, I'm getting actually forced out of a situation here. You may be getting forced out of a situation by maybe spirit pushing your hand or someone else, and that's not for everyone, but I do feel it. And the Two of Wands, so you're being pushed into a new direction is what I'm feeling here, and it's not a bad thing, although it might be an uncomfortable thing. Five of Swords is asking you to pick your battles in this situation, because you've only got so much energy left for yourself, and I think you're needing that. I think you're needing to unplug and just preserve your energy for your future planning and for this beautiful energy you're going through this week, where you're embracing new horizons, new opportunities, you're embracing transformation, and you're doing very practical steps towards some sort of mastery or building here. While, there's plenty of waiting as well. We don't get all the ships coming in at once with that Three of Wands there, do we? We know that, but the mailman is just there though. He's about to knock with this particular deck. So, it does show that the answers or the information is actually not that far away. As the Three of Wands might typically indicate. You just keep your head down, keep at it, and before you know it, it'll be there. That's the thing, the answer, the information, the clarity, the communication, whatever it is that you're waiting for there. Two of Wands moving into a new direction, crossroad energy. So your oracle cards show a gentle path of inspiration. It's such a lovely little deck. We will go in the card number 35, and 37 stuck out for me for this group. Or was it I think it might have been the last group. I was going to say it. I don't know why the number 37. I thought maybe someone was age 37, or it might have actually been group 2 and I forgot to say it. Anyway, it all blurs together by the end of group 3. Finding magic within the pages of books. Questions answered by words written by another soul. A need to quiet, and look here, she has actually got this beautiful book here. So this is another indication that maybe in your downtime, reading some good scripts will, or books, whatever. When we had the Tree of Knowledge with the apple, yeah. So definitely reading some information, some knowledge is going to help you at this time. There might be a particular book you've already got in mind that you would like to pick up, but questions answered by words written by another soul. A need to quietly focus and still the mind. Concentration on one matter at a time. Immersion and a sense of being far away when engrossed in something truly loved. Immersion and a sense of being far away when engrossed in something truly loved. That's kind of how I felt with that jar. The comforts of pleasures of a witch's home, shared by all the magical creatures she loves, and has opened her beautiful heart to draw to her. A familiar is calling. So some people might be thinking to get a pussycat or another pet of some kind that is your familiar. You might that might be getting drawn into your world, your life, or particular tools or things that are right for you are aligning. We saw those 2 full moon energies, embrace the flow of life and see the bigger picture. You've also got an energetic eel spirit of bring your ideas to life. And well, we see that here with the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles. That's what this message is all about. You've got the Magician in your current energy as well. You've turned something that is sad and unfortunate, perhaps. Maybe there's some regrets, maybe there's just some sadness, but you're turning that into something, right, what can I do with myself or with this situation? So you're bringing something to life. You are with that, like somebody's typing out their ideas on their computer here, and then the Magician is bringing it forward into the world. So there's something to birth here. This is the number 24 if that's relevant, but seemingly out of nowhere, the jolt of electric eel spirit appears to awaken you to a big idea that you are meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments are gifted to you right now, so celebrate. Your life has been the potential for profound transformation. Your life has the potential for profound transformation. Inspiration arises in you, electrifying you so that you can't wait to get started to bring your idea to life. The revelations you experience now are meant to set you on a new path, so do not be afraid to act. Explore, examine, and do not fear the changes that may come, for Spirit wants to shower you with love, success, and abundance that you hope to experience. Now is a thrilling time of epiphanies, inspired ideas, and innovation. This is a wonderful sign for you today. I'm also going to read the protection message. Ideas need to percolate as they rarely download in detailed form. Have you too quickly dismissed an epiphany because you can't see where it might lead you? Have you rushed to follow the muse without taking time to contemplate the meaning of your aha moment? Perhaps your dream will take a different form than you first imagined, morphing into something else that is even better. Spirit's plans are often hard. That's the thing with the page of the Hanged Man, hey, that really feels like it. Perhaps your dreams will take a different form. Spirit's plans are often hard to discern, but so much more satisfying once they've taken over from your own predetermination. Yeah, maybe your big idea is taking more time to shape than you expected. Have you considered that you are meant to learn something in the process of bringing it into being? Commit to transformation and learning the lessons, any lessons this new venture will bring. And soon you will see your aha was even more valuable than you realized when you first felt it electrify you. I love that for you. Love it. You have the card Peppermint, Inspiration and Self-Satisfaction. So another card of something coming to life. She's got this beautiful, inspiring fire spirit here. So something creative or something is birthing. She knows, she sees, she feels. That's actually another oracle card. I don't know why I'm feeling that one, but I should probably grab it and read it, but I think it's a big one. I'm not gonna. If you have the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Alana Fairchild and you feel drawn to check that card, she knows, she feels, or something like that, do it. Anyway, back over to this reading. Wise words are, no beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. The affirmation is, I love sharing my feelings with others. Expressing my emotions and in a loving way comes naturally to me. The divinatory meaning here. Open up your heart. Blockages are significant, so make sure that you follow your emotions and explore possibilities that haven't been explored so far. If you're feeling blocked, unenthusiastic, and flat, don't give up. Even if you are hurt, you have developed wisdom that will now lead you into a better experience. Some part of yourself that you may be repressing wants to be free. Look within, be bold, and let your true feelings emerge. I'll read a little more because it is a beautifully informative deck about the essences. So peppermint, I didn't read that this is peppermint, did I? I had an interesting experience with peppermint recently. There was a really bad smell. I know I mentioned it on the channel the other day, but there was a really bad smell and it was unavoidable in my situation and I needed to not smell it. So I shoved a bit of peppermint up my nose and it really helped me block that out. So it might be something in that for you as well, like just you maybe literally using peppermint, but finding ways to block unpleasant things that you don't want to take on board. So peppermint connects to the heart chakra. It brings awareness to the heart that is discouraged. It is activating, contagious, and easy to digest. Peppermint positive personality is enthusiastic, cheerful, and fresh. Peppermint is the person who gets along with everyone. It is a breath of fresh air. However, when in the negative, it is insufferable, turning into a victim of a pessimistic mentality. The peppermint personality has a deep-seated fear of being hurt, so she holds on to feelings until they come to the boil and explode out of the heart. As peppermint has the ability to relax the muscles and regulate the temperature in the body, it is great for headaches but also mental clarity. It opens up your airways and leads the way for anxieties and susceptibility to come out of your body through your breath. I like it. Working with the essences might be something really, really important for you because you do have in the quality time the card Sense, and she's rolling some sort of aromatherapy roller on her wrist. But this is also your senses in all of the ways. And I actually felt like a bath when I first saw it. So like letting your body slip into a bath, which was interesting because then we got the Hermit, which has the bath. So definitely a message there of having a nice bath if you can, or something to sort of let your senses relax. Music, candles, all of the soft things, you know what your senses enjoy. Beautiful cooking smells, whatever it is for you. Senses. You have puzzle, and I do feel this is more about you actually like working something out, trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. But it could also just be that message of leaving one puzzle alone that you are having really a lot of trouble with, taking a step back and just dealing with what you can deal with for now as well. I'm getting from that one. We have unplug. Reading a book again is indicated here. So just unplug maybe from internet or even readings and take on something else that is going to help empower you and educate you. And then we have travel, so maybe you're planning a trip at the moment or a little day trip or some sort of travel is going to be good quality time for you at this time, this week or in the future. And then 2 self-care prompts here was the the sacral chakra. It says it's out of balance, but this is a need for more creativity, healthy expression of emotions, sensuality, all of these parts of yourself. And we have avoid toxic people. Hang out with people who uplift your spirit and not bring it down. So this can also be other toxins as well, you know, poisons of any kind that we're ingesting, even ones that we don't realize we're ingesting in our you know, beauty products or something. That might be something that's coming to your awareness right now that you'd like to, you know, not take on some toxins for in some area. Like it says with people can be toxic. So as you know, right? So group 3 with this sweet little jar, so much to uncover and so much worth diving into. That's the thing about this, is I feel like you've got to go in there to see what's inside, and that might be what this hermit is about with the High Priestess here as well. Being spiritually guided towards some information that is deep inside of you and tapping into some potentials that are in there and bringing it all out into the world. And that's bringing your ideas to life too. And then the peppermint of inspiration and self-satisfaction. So Group 3, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that you get a little nap in if you needed it. No, I hope this has brought you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance as always in these readings. I hope that it gives you what you're looking for today. And if you'd like a private reading, you can book that in the description box. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 3.